gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the A-01 podcast. It is the end of February, which means all of you are about 20 pounds heavier off of discount Valentine's Day candy. I am your host, JJ Piedra, Joshua Jeremiah, joined on the line, as always, by my two cohorts who probably didn't get a Valentine's date.
Well, one of us did. One of us didn't, because somebody is currently engaged, if I recall correctly.
Did someone forget? Like I won. I did the thing. I talked to look at a card here. Girl, that was it. Yeah, that was the card says.
Yeah, but you're engaged. That doesn't count anymore. It's not a Valentine's Day. It's more or less like an obligation.
Depending. It depends how much you're willing to fight for your existence to do nothing. Like if you want to fight to do nothing, you can do that. That's it. That's a you fight.
I mean, I'm currently already doing that right now, if anything else. But yeah, like this. I mean, again, enjoy your quiet time as a moment if you're a bachelor or bachelorette, whatever it may be. But yeah, once you're in a relationship, yeah, get ready to sink some money in, because from what I've heard in the date stories, I mean, yeah, Valentine's Day is fine enough, but again, it's a money sink, if anything else.
It's more like, well, this thing called inflation's happening, so things are more expensive, and things that cost nothing are actually being jacked up for no reason. Like, I'm sorry, man. McDonald's fries shouldn't be costing me $6. It's McDonald's fries, okay? Let's look inside ourselves and come on. McDonald's fries.
$6 for McDonald's fries. Jeez, I can just buy 2 freaking rice balls. Jeez.
Basically, yeah. We're going back. We're going back to our roots. Just go poverty.
You see, I don't have to worry about that, because unlike all the people out there with a girlfriend or a significant other, I don't have to make or buy anything to have a happy Valentine's Day. As a matter of fact, I never had a happy Valentine's Day in my life. It's always been a bleak and dismal fucking reminder of how this godforsaken world can jump up and bite you square in the ass.
Jeez. So, yeah. Anything else you want to tell us?
You do one raid in Pantheon Rise of the Falling. This turns out to you. Jesus Christ! It was just one raid, man. It was just.
There's no raids yet. There's nothing to raid. Part of the problem.
Part of the problem, yeah. Chopa's really messing up there, man.
So I guess we should get this show on the road, because we've got a lot of nothing to talk about. It's actually been a pretty quiet month, but we do have a couple of things on our plate, and one of those, as always, is VTuber Corner.
Oh yeah, so VTuber Corner, not a really big month for VTuber news across the board. On a serious note, you know, HoloFest is coming up soon, where they'll be showcasing tons of HoloLive content. If you may have seen the boys and girls that got the new hoodie outfits, which I hope they sell the hoodie sweatsuit outfits on this website. Boom. Zesty, I think, oh god, her name is from Kobo generation, Jin 3AD. She had a birthday celebration selling stuff, so that's happening. That's pretty much it. That's not a lot happening in Holo besides that big thing. And if you're a fan of Fast Food Simulator, Holo Stars did a 4.5-hour stream of them playing Fast Food Simulator, only to realize no one was made to work at fast food, which is true, because fast food sucks. It's a horrible experience.
Yeah, like I know, like every pretty much every major VTuber company is kind of like getting into that fast food simulator. I mean, I know Shoujo Japan, like even indies just like playing that game, and like yeah, there'll be some good moments of hilarity, if anything else. So yeah, definitely an enjoyable experience.
It's a lesson in how to hate people, because one of the streamers who was playing it, Axel Sirios, before he was a VTuber, actually flipped burgers for a living. And he was pissed as fuck trying to explain to them how to actually run the line and stop throwing burgers and stop throwing buns on my goddamn station. I'm trying to grill here. Which makes me realize, at that moment, relatable. I'm trying to do my job, and these good for nothing, empty-headed, dumb flockers are ruining my chance of doing the right thing. Don't worry. I don't have any muffins on me, but the same sentiment is the same.
I think that's a ploy, because you see the 2025 patch for Fast Food Simulator is going to teach you how to increase your prices to piss off your customers, and then they're going to translate that to their subscription fee. So anyone who wants to do like a tier 3 sub to any VTuber, it's going to pay a little bit more for that extra something, which is really nothing.
Oh my god, that wouldn't surprise me, but that is hilarious though. Oh god, but yeah, it's just like this is super honestly. Like, as I alluded to earlier, fast food is getting out of hand. Just eat at your local hood spot and you'll be okay. I'm not even joking about that. Your burrito taxis ain't worth it no more. It's time to jokingly learn how to cook, or B, buy cheaper. That's right, buy cheaper. Tofu, egg, spam. Throw into some rice, and you got a meal. That is not a joke. I lived off that.
Not to go off topic here, but just to give you an idea, we had a coupon in the mail for a restaurant around here named 2J's. So we're like, all right, let's give them a try. We're going to get like a $15 discount. With the discount, a cheeseburger, a side of fries, and a sandwich was $60.
What?
Ha!
Hiya!
Granted,
what the hell?
Granted, it's not fast food; it's restaurant quality, but still $60 for a sandwich, a cheeseburger, and a side of fries.
Sandwich, cheeseburger, and a side of fries, and not a drink.
Jesus,
Jeez
man.
Louise.
Yeah,
man.
no drink and a $15 discount on top of it.
Was there a gun to your head? Is that something I need? Was it like what?
Kind of felt like there was, like, Jesus.
Christ, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go like buy to my local
it's
supermarket. Just
getting bad
get the heck. Even like when I was doing some shopping earlier today, I was just like buying some like pork slices or beef, and like like beef $10, pork slices only $5 per bag. So yeah, like it's I'll just take that and just make my own good old
bro. I've been living off tofu, rice, and vegetables. That's it. Eggs is out of the question for me.
The fact that apparently that was the running gag. Like get your loved one the most expensive things you can get right now. A box of a dozen of eggs. That is the most expensive thing you can get right now. Which the fact that we are making that even joke is like, ha.
Yeah, God, I can't. Yeah, but everything's gonna be all right though. Everything's gonna be all right. Speaking of more VTuber news, if you guys haven't heard, Iron Mouse has quit her job to become Chelsea, aka Charlie's girlfriend. Charlie has Penguin's Moist Critical, you'll know him. He was on vacation for a couple of days, or I think it was a couple of days or weeks, and he decided to make a meme video about a season 2, where he paid other people to pretend to be him and his background characters. He had Matthew Mercer dressed in blue. He had not Charles. I forgot the guy. One of the early YouTuber guys. Like you probably know him. He's like spiky hair. He had like the room in the back. I forgot his name. It was the old days. He had him. Not Chris. Is it Chris Ray? Not Chris Reagan. It was somebody else. It'll come to me eventually because I don't. Old YouTubers are just gone to me now. Half of them end up being psychopaths. The other half just end up getting married and getting a life. Good for them.
Nah.
But the bit went pretty well. He hired T-Pain to pretend to be him, and he did that for a video or two, and then Charlie came back. It was a really funny thing. I deeply respect the bit. Because it's a running joke that this whole thing that Charlie's doing is manufactured. It's complete fake. All right, it's fake. Yeah, here's Charlie season 2. We're doing some great changes for the show. And with that, Iron Mouse is now Chelsea. So Iron Mouse did it. She went up from queen of the VTubing, top talent from Puerto Rico to now Charlie's girlfriend. That's a step up in life,
Ma. And just also talk, just to go a little sidetrack here a little bit. Also, if you probably also heard already regarding to, I don't know, also noticing in the VTuber news as well as like I guess in culture in general, like you realize that Hatsune Miku has been kind of going back into the spotlight as recent lates. Yeah. I mean, that's also one. Like connecting with Iron Mouse because recently she and a couple of other people like just Nigri, Stella Chu, and Binos did a good special regarding to Hatsune Miku, like a music video if I recall correctly, as well as like a couple of other things with Senpai Squad and their specialized cars if I recall correctly. Yeah, they recently did a big production in regards to that, and of course naturally Iron Mouse being Iron Mouse. Aside from Hatsune Miku, we also had a whole lot of Cinema Rose, if anyone else, if you would call her love. Which, right, good, nice to see it. If anything else, again, good to see that Iron Mouse is also continuing on with content creation with many other people. I'm happy for that. But in connection with the Hatsune Miku theme as well, it's just like one, if you haven't heard in the grapevine already, be it in the gaming news sphere and all that, Hatsune Miku apparently is coming into Fortnite. Apparently,
yeah.
So, as an aside, I actually got sent a video in my Facebook group the other day of like some kid who's probably like 10 years old or something like that.
The React channel. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was basically like looking at Hatsune Miku doing, that.
Gritty, flossing, Fortnite.
No, it was one of her songs. She covered some sort of like polka. Like
Oh,
that.
Live on Polka.
Yeah. He was watching a video of her doing that, and she goes, that's the Fortnite girl. I wanted to die.
Yeah. It's, to me, Miku just like, it kind of always rolls back into favor. She'll always come back. I don't know how, but it always does. So like it makes sense. Like, it's time for this generation to get into Vocaloid. Then have the argument, is Vocaloid real music? Like, yes, we had this argument 20 years ago. Here we go. Everything's back in circle, baby.
Yeah, back in 2000. Yes, literally 2000. If I call it one, like back in the PSP era, like, Hatsune Miku was starting out with crypto and all. Yeah, the company crypto and all that, with all the music games coming out. And just to hear, like, it's Fortnite. Listen to me here, you little squirt. Dude, know your origins. It's not from Fortnite, and it is from blank, X, Y. Yes. But yeah, that's one thing I get it. We need a shortcut. And unfortunately, Fortnite is that brand name that many people even will remember these characters by. Again, Street Fighter, Chun-Li from Fortnite. What? And like all these different IPs. Heck, Sub-Zero on Fortnite. Like every character, that's underneath the sun is now in this game. And yeah, just to think that Fortnite is kind of like covering like the whole origins of like Hatsune Miku, all these characters, Japanese characters, whatever, manga characters, whatever maybe characters they meet. It's just like, okay, you remember from Fortnite, but do you know the origin, the original material? No, then teach them.
It's more like, look, man, these kids ain't gonna learn everything. Look, man, let's put it this way. Oh my God, it's Spider-Man. I'm blinking like and this actually happened to me. I was playing Marvel Rivals, and someone typed that in the team chat, and I'm like, bro, that's Black Panther. I'm sitting there like, it's over. All right, it's over. I've given up.
It could be worse. They could have been like, hey, look, there's Batman. It's like, no, that's Black Panther.
That's Black Panther. That's Black Panther. Yeah. It could be worse. They could say the racist version of that's blank word Spider-Man. Like, oh, I'm out of here. All right, time to get out of this lobby.
Is just the generation gap is starting to become so apparent now. It's like wow, okay, I get it. We're old now, but the fact that people don't even recognize the origin, I was there when it was created, and you don't know. Jeez, what that's teaching kids these days.
It's more like they don't know the lack of like anything behind it. It's amazing. Like I said, Fortnite girl. I'm like, the sad part is like I would excuse that back in the day because when I was younger and like I go to comic book stores, like, oh man, who's that guy in red? That's Daredevil. Oh yeah, obviously never heard of him. But it's like I have a phone now. I can just look at it, type it in my phone, and go back, and you just say it anyway. It's like my brothers and sisters in Christ. You have Google now. You can't be this stupid. You have Google now.
Yeah, what really hurt was a few years ago when I was watching the Fine Brothers and they had kids react, and one of them thought the original Nintendo was a friggin' VCR.
Oh my God.
My soul hurts. My soul hurts.
Oh my God. Oh, that's soul crushing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, like going back on track. And enough of old man ranting aside.
Yeah, old man at the sky. Yeah, Iron Mouse did it though. Yeah, she made it. Well, I'm proud of her.
So yeah, overall, definitely check out the video of Iron Mouse, Solo Chu, and the rest of the gang of this Hatsune Miku video. But it's definitely an interesting piece to say the least. And just also kind of filling in as well, since it has been a more of a lighter week. If you Matt, if you haven't saw this video already, do you saw regarding to the one video with Mori, the chatcast, Bay, Iris, as well as Will Moko, doing a highlight video for tour spots in Japan? Have you saw that one?
No, I haven't. I've only seen, when it comes to Callie videos, is her realizing how much Gigi just ruins her life, which sounds about right.
Well, yeah, actually not Gigi, but Bay. Basically, if you remember the way back when they're holding the chat podcast, Mori, Iris, and Bay. Just recently, they did a special video with Fuomoko, basically highlighting the different tour spots that if you ever decide to want to go to Japan, by all means, definitely make these 4 spots a priority. Like one being the toy animation museum. Yeah, the toy museum. Another one being like a school grade Yozokura. Dang it. What's the Japanese term for restaurant? Like those shokuro, something like that. Dang it. I forgot.
Yeah,
Some of
Sokudo.
that nature.
It's
Yeah,
Sokudo.
Yeah. So like a restaurant based on a 4th grade theme, but like has alcoholic or non-alcoholic drinks and such, as well as like one good yakiniku place they showed off, Tonomori. Yeah, like definitely get a chance to like check out that video from. It is on the main Hololive YouTube page, and gotta say it's definitely interesting. Is if you want to put another spot to put on your places to visit in Japan, that by all means definitely check out that video. It's very nice, and of course naturally it's hearing the girls just happily enjoying yakiniku, like with ribeye, steak, all that. The seasonal meats that you encounter in yakiniku is always a pleasure to hear, if anything
Cool.
else. So
All
yeah,
right,
definitely
that
check
sounds
out
good.
that video.
It reminds me of those IRL videos that Poca would. Well, I don't know if she still does it. It's been a while, but Poca would do with her manager. They would like go sky jumping on stuff like that, like Poca in real life. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely check out that video if you want to like. It's a good
I'll check
little
it out.
highlight short, and yeah, like. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out anything else that really majorly happened in the B2C, but that's just essentially
No,
about it.
except for short feet. We got so many shorts of, like I said, Gigi has exploded my shorts, and I've seen. If you haven't seen it last night, if you haven't seen it last night, Aurora was doing she's gonna be doing a 12-hour plus stream, which haha, of her like just doing random stuff, and it's gonna start with the most painful archetype of all time. She started doing for her membership. If you gave her money, you could be a chatini on her art, and then people were trying to scam their way into getting there because sometimes it landed twice some people's names, and she had to like call her manager to check. I'm like, people, you guys are against the gym. You can't be 2 chatinis. Relax. Some people actually paid money for this. Okay, look, I'm not saying, haha, sit like, come on, relax. Hey, like everyone should be a chatini, right? Relax, get some help. Like you're cheating, and you're cheating for membership. This is like high end, like, bro, you're cheating for simping. Like, get out of here. And I'll own up for that. I simp. I give my money to my waifus. I'll own that. But are you serious? No, that's not me, bro. You rolled twice.
Yeah, apparently there was also another one Hololive talent as well. Like apparently she was reaching out to Kaigai Niki's overseas viewers, like if they wanted to talk to other like overseas audience, and then and then apparently some Japanese like, no, this is a fake Nikki. Like apparently some Japanese viewers are pretending to be Kaigai Nikis.
Yeah, Kaigai. Oh god, yeah. Y'all need some help. Y'all
need Jesus.
Y'all literally do need Jesus. It's like, come on, man. Come on.
Like, okay, I get it. We are like, okay, speaking as of our fellow Sim as well, like, okay, I get it. You want senpai noodles, you want to be their attention. But geez Louise, man, how desperate can you be? Come on. I know you play it as a joke, but come on, don't.
Come on, like, please get some help. Like, literally, stop, get some help, as Kyla would say. But Jesus, man.
Yeah, and it is just kind of funny to say. And yeah, going back onto Raora's art stream is like, wow, okay. Like,
yeah,
not gonna lie, I did actually have one. I did bought a gift sub on Twitch to have a Yoshi to basically anybody who gives them can have their name on their on her art piece, and which I did, which it was a nice art piece from Yoshi Clutch. So definitely check.
Yeah. That's like it's fair, but it's like she had the Wheel of Fate, which is turning. It's like 1,000+ people on that.
Oh
and
yeah,
some people got lucky, and I understand some people get lucky. It's one of 1,000, and you roll twice. Like, what is wrong with you, man? Stop it. See Jesus, get some help, man. You're making the rest of us look real pathetic. Especially the salarymen, chattinis. Also have day jobs. Like, what are you doing?
It's crazy. So yeah, definitely be aware. Like, okay, I get it. Simp, but simp responsibly. Please
Yeah,
don't do
exactly.
anything so
Yeah.
cringe if anything else. Like, okay, you want to have twice, like you pay like real top dollars. Like again, 2 red akasupas to play to I don't know get noticed and such. Like okay, geez, like one either you're winning the lottery, you're selling, doing a side hustle, whatever it may be. But geez, Louise, man, like yeah, sip
No, it's so
responsibly.
that's trust me, you got to sip responsibly. It's getting out of hand now. That's the way I look at it. Like you guys need like please, okay, please. And by the way, you did like to be fair, you gave her the money. You're most likely also a fan that's going to buy the merch when it comes out. I believe they have a merch pack and they done a cover of Snow Halation, which is on YouTube. Don't know if they can sell covers. I actually don't know. How Live can't sell covers. I don't think so. But come on.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
you can't. Yeah, so come on, please. For everyone else in the room, please stop making the rest of us look bad. That's all I'm saying. For the rest of us in the room, please.
And I guess also regarding to in other news. Meanwhile, also if you haven't heard already, Amelie or Monarch of the show or Amanda Lee has released her new song, basically called "Hear Me Out." And this is kind of like the running gag of this kind of like the past few weeks. So if you haven't saw Amelie's or Monarch's Twitter account, she teased a lyric in her in her music video of "Hear Me Out" is basically like, "You could replace the necklace around my neck," and you can tell what that would.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that. We're gonna be helpful. Yeah.
If you haven't checked out that show, it's just absolutely hilarious. But if you know, you know, and it was just absolutely hilarious. Like how like Monarch, like I get it. You're pure. You're say so attack. You are pretty say so as it is. But seriously, you really did not know that undertone, that the Urban Dictionary of it.
Don't worry about it. Don't. You guys are worrying way too much about it. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. Speaking of Amelie, I was surprised. Obviously, she got to V Shoujo, and then the V Shoujo brigade kicked in. It's like, this company is biased. There's no blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I heard the song and dance enough times. V Shoujo is a private company. I'm sorry. There's not much I can do about that. So it's like, I guess they can just do whatever they want. That's one way to say about it. Here's number 2. Did you really think you had a chance of getting a V Shoujo? Come on.
Again, just like do your things, all that, and like come on, like you like if you're saying like it's a bias and all that, come on. You don't know shit. 2, again, Amelie literally had to sing for a year and a half, if I recall correctly. Yeah, in talks to joining in this thing. So this was before like the whole
way before that. Yeah, way before that. Thinking it's like you lost already at the starting line. Okay. And the blow up is that I wonder if these people who had this hate for V Shoujo would also apply it to the thousands and thousands of people that apply for indie corps, people who apply for Hollow. I don't think you're a Suwamoto fan, Will, but you're aware that Subaru's IRL friend actually applied to work at Hollow Live, and Subaru can't obviously not give her tips, but it's like there are thousands of people who apply for this stuff. Not everyone's getting in. They have a process. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not you. If you weren't going to get in, you weren't going to get in. That's it. Things happen. If you're good enough, you can make it on your own. That's the thing. Would you apply this to other positions? Like, let's just say that there are 5 people that apply for Hollow Live, and Subaru's friend is in there. Subaru's friend doesn't get it. But some VTuber that has a following of, let's say, 7,000, 10,000 people, right, in their prior life before they got there. Oh, they picked that? Like, they got a better job. They got a leg up. It's called, I don't know, competition. I'm sorry. It's just, it is. Like, if you weren't going to make it, if you were not going to make it, then you were going to make it tomorrow. You're not going to make it. Sorry. Just own up to it at least. I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah.
It's a process. Exactly. They judge you for you. You're not for connections. They judge you for you. So that's just simple as that. Yep.
Yeah. Because it really does bother me when every time I hear those talk happening around, I'm like my brothers in Christ, it wasn't happening. You are not going to get that job. It was not happening.
It was not
happening. It wasn't going to happen. If you were going to get that job, then you would have gotten it. That's all I got to say. There are too many people doing it right for you to be playing doing it wrong. That's literally my statement. There are too many people doing it right for you to be doing it wrong. So I have a huge disagreement with people when they do things like that. Like, no, then you would apply to every other person applying to any other position ever. And yes, there's blah blah blah, but you have to be doing it enough times. And by the way, here's the thing: you're supposed to fail at your first couple of interviews before getting it right. Ninichi failed 5 times before she got hired into Hololive. Just letting you know that she failed 5 times. That is like 5 generations of failure. Just letting you know that. So it would have happened. But yeah, because to me, it's like, oh, Amelie made it. Me thinking, yeah, that makes sense. I got her, and I just went off my day. Then I'm like, sorting that. Then I turned on Twitter for 2 seconds, which I don't use that site. Me, like, oh, this is great, fantastic. This is the great discourse we need. We need this discourse. We need it. We need it.
Yeah, the things that people fight over, it's crazy. And just I guess more or less wrapping up a little things here. There is one more, like, I guess, like a short spotlight video that I want to bring up as well from Hololive. If you haven't, our resident Hololive Fox Fubuki recently did a visit with Okayu one day, and apparently she was getting a very good relaxing massage from Okayu-nyan. And if you haven't checked out that short already, it is just absolute pure hilarity. Like,
look, all I know is that Corona is going to kill her. That's all I got to say. That's like, yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
The fact that Fubuki was just absolutely like just not degraded, but de-evolved into a OG son to a cat, like literally just melting under Okayu's paws or hands it's just absolutely hilarious. So definitely check out that.
She's got soft hands, you know. Got to respect the game.
I mean, last I remember, Okayu again, all those years of gaming, it helps out, and the grip, it helps. It helps with massages. It definitely helps.
Yeah, it helps out the grip. That's what we're sticking with.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like replacing a necklace. We'll tell you that much.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. But yeah, that's pretty much VTuber Corner. It wasn't about much this month. A lot of funny meme things going on. HoloFest is coming up. We're looking forward to that. Apparently, you know, you could just start calling Iron Mouse Chelsea on stream. She did land the role, so we're all proud of her. You know, shout out to Chelsea.
Right.
Shout out to Chelsea.
I guess before we wrap up, there was like a couple of other interesting highlights as well. Like, because if you know regarding to these other two of coefficient of VTuber of fame, if anything else, he recently did a recent meme review with K-Son, which if you want a good sense of nostalgia, by all means check out that episode with meme review of Coefficient and K-Son. Just it brings back the good memories of Kiryu Coco, so definitely check out on that. Also, another highlight, which I'm very surprised that this guy actually got into the VTuber rabbit hole, Jesse Cox. Yeah, Jesse Cox was introduced to VTubers from Coefficient, and it just recently, I think, a day ago at the time of recording, he actually just uploaded his episode with a Crazy Ollie in his podcast, The Geekenders. So if you want to hear Jesse Cox and Crazy Ollie talk about all random shit, by all means, definitely check out it. It's definitely an interesting episode, to say the least.
Oh yeah, speaking of Crazy Aja, I forgot she did collab with Gerard on Jump King. It was as chaotic as you expected to be. I'll leave it as that. Yeah. The jokingly married couple having arguments on stream about how to jump. Yeah. Oh god.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been quiet. So no drama, thankfully. Niji Sanji has been in their spiral hole.
In their spiral of crap. Look, all you need to know is their revenues went down again. So that's it. That's all you need to know. They're not making money. That's literally it.
Funny enough, I actually was watching Dukipo's sponsored video of Nikkei Gods of Victory. I think yesterday or 2 days ago, because Nikkei, Shift Up Studios. If you want to sponsor this podcast, please by all means, help us. Dukipo was doing her sponsor video with Nikkei, and just
you sure it was a sponsor stream or her not trying to convince us to play Marvel Rivals again? Because you know she does that.
It's not Marvel Rivals. It was Nikkei Gods of Victory. It was a sponsor stream, and like there's a whole Neon Genesis and Evangelion collab that's currently happening right now, and her luck. It's just before the last collaboration she got like one SSR on her first poll, but now luck is just absolutely against her, which is pure hilarity. But she did get one top tier SSRU, which is a Modernia. All you got is a big victory and EK players out there. Modernia is definitely one of the top tier units, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, definitely check out Dookie Bird when you have a chance. It's just pure hilarious. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for VTuber Corner. There's another thing that's going to be ending. It's not one of our segments. It's a manga. Yeah, my dress-up darling is calling it quits after 7 years of publication. So it was announced fairly recently by Shinichi Fukuda that the next chapter is going to be his last, and it's set to come out on March 21st. It'll be chapter number 114, and his message to all the readers was, from now on, 2 will be together next time the final chapter. So yeah, so it's pretty much coming to an end. Essentially, this came as a surprise to a lot of people because the series was picking up a little bit of momentum as of late. They just had a new cafe collaboration. It had surpassed 11 million copies in circulation, and it just received a live-action drama last fall. And yeah, a sequel to the anime would probably be coming this year. So all this stuff was happening, and all of a sudden, bam, we're ending. But then again, if you think about it, it's not the first time a manga has ended with all this stuff happening. As a matter of fact, I believe, I actually can't think of it off the top of my head, but there was a manga series that ended at the same time the anime was happening, and they kind of coordinated, so the last chapter and the last episode of the anime dropped at the same time, which is really cool. I'm trying to remember what series that was. It's going to bug the crap out of me, but
like, yeah, it is, as I said, like, what take some time to research it. I'll help cover you. It's just like it's kind of interesting to see like a show like hitting the peak of popular again. My Dress Up Darling, like when it first came out, everybody loved it. I mean, some of us enjoyed it, some of us don't. I mean, I remember you, Josh, you didn't like it too much in the second half, but it's just like when the dubbing came out, all that, the cast, it's just absolutely lovable. And when the manga was continuing on, it was great. And now we finally have like all these great romance mangas ending. I mean, heck, the fact that Komi Can't Communicate just recently ended their run, which is that Komi Can't Communicate. It was just crazy.
That's been going on way too long for my cup of tea. But yeah, I'm like, oh, it's ending. Like, oh god, that's been going on for like, whew.
Yeah. And then of course, like the other great romance manga, like again, Don't Tease Me, Nagatoro-san. That thing ended a while ago.
That ended, yeah.
And like all these other romance, and now with My Dress Up Darling, like, I don't know. I still remember like when we had that confession scene in that one chapter, and now like there could be more, but no, we're ending it there. Like, from what I've tried to research upon, it is possibly because, again, it is due to the author's health, physical health, if relating to that. So if it's regarding to physical health, I can understand it. It is a shame, but if it's regarding to physical health, I can probably accept that. And yeah, just how the show was like kind of peaking, and again with the upcoming second season coming up, is like, come on, I want to see more Marin Kitagawa, just like have that wholesome relationship once again, the gal, the quiet guy, and all that, just the passion. It's good chemistry. So yeah, just even Amelie even just discovered yesterday, like, yeah, what? It's ending? Like, I just got into it, and yeah, it's just crazy how shows hitting at the peak popularity, just like, okay, we're calling it quits. I mean, I understand, like, and while you're on a high note, which is definitely a one of good choices to do in a series. Like, I know, I mean, prime example, Demon Slayer. That thing ended way before the current movies and anime seasons coming up down the line until this final arc. But yeah, Demon Slayer, ended on a high note, which I think that was pretty good. I mean, competing with like other series like My Hero Academia, which was not completed yet, and all that is it's kind of an interesting trend. But that again, not an how would I say disliked choice, to say at least from the general public masses, would end on a high note. But if it's regard to either the author's health reasons or whatever X reasons it may be, then fine, it's your call. But just as long as you don't follow the same fate, which is prison school. Do not follow that fate, please.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the internet is failing me. It won't answer my question. I just remember it was a couple years ago. I
Mm.
want to say it was in the spring anime season,
Oh.
and one show just happened to end, and they announced that yeah, the manga's ending too, and the final chapter will release at the same day that the final episode of the anime would drop. So I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So you can actually see the ending in both formats, and I just can't remember what it was, but oh well, I'm pretty sure someone out there will correct me, or they'll just ignore this whole podcast and not. So yeah, but yeah, goodbye to my dress up darling. So yeah, you had a good run. 7 years is a pretty decent time to be a manga. 114 chapters is about right for most series these days. So we'll see how it ends
Yeah,
and how
yeah.
many anime seasons we'll get out of it. Because I doubt season 2 will cover everything. So maybe we'll get a season 3 depending on popularity.
Hopefully, yeah. Like either spread it out, or hopefully don't go absolutely crazy like with other series. Like don't be no Promised Neverland. Let's not, or Tokyo
Yeah,
Ghoul.
let's not go that far.
Done it.
All right, so the other news we have is Rooster Teeth was purchased back from Viz with an asterisk, the asterisk being the Ruby license, which is staying with Viz, so they get everything except their latest smash hit back. But yeah, now Rooster Teeth is back under control of one of the original creators, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess more red versus blue coming, maybe? Who knows? I don't know. Or they might just do a whole bunch of other stuff.
If I recall, yeah, like the original one of the founders, yeah, managed to go and get back the Rooster Teeth's name under when it went under WB, and yeah, like I forgot his name. I'm sorry, the name escapes me. Basically, yeah,
Burnie Burns. It was
Burns. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, they left that Ruby with Viz because again, they understand like they needed that show needed the budget, and Viz can only provide. So yeah, okay, fine. There's only so much an indie studio can do when promoting a show like Ruby, as such. So other shows, who knows? Maybe we'll see. Maybe a return, because if I recall correctly, yeah, Red versus Blue kind of ended off a bit of a divisive note, if I recall correctly. So I don't know if they're gonna return that series, but if it's going back into that era of like early Rooster Teeth when it's just discovering and like I don't know, bring that era back, then okay, we'll see how it is.
It's be a lot of spaghetti balls until they find another Monty I'm just saying that it's like, oh, look at that, we spaghetti ball until we find another Monty to save the company again.
Sadly enough, again, I doubt there will be another Monty if anything.
Oh no,
in the world.
That one exists, but you know, someone of that caliber to push them is pretty much their game plan. Like they lost, obviously they got their stuff back. There's no way in this planet Earth that, you know, we'll be polite, that Viz is gonna let them walk out with Ruby after Viz printed the manga and several of the anime books and licensed Ruby to a point that there's like a generation of people that know it as a Viz property, and they got into a video game before they did. So that's not happening. You're not walking away with that one, Chief. Good luck with that. So now that it's start with new ideas, Red vs. Blue is high school level dated comedy. Okay, like I was when I was in high school. Now I'm like, okay, that's it. And what do you got? It's time spaghetti ball until they get Monty Ooned, which Monty Ooned in this phrase means that they find somebody who makes something so incredible in town they milk it to the end. Because what they have been doing on the Viz, I don't know.
I know they weren't doing anything really at the moment right now. Like they were just like consolidating to see what would go into the IP 70 else. They like Rooster Teeth under Viz wasn't doing anything. Again, they were just like in the process.
Because Viz is like, thanks for the property, and just they did what they did.
So regarding to what the future holds, like Burns will be holding like a future like a podcast or like a video highlight what is their next step now that Rooster Teeth is back on the light. So as we're going to what the future will hold, yeah, just wait for them to cook, see what they're gonna bring. If they can bring back the loaf that was not under corporate WB, then okay, great. But at the right now, we'll see. It's all a matter of we'll see how they're gonna continue on with the Rooster Teeth name. Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, because they've been through some shit. So like they originally founded in 2003, And that's when I actually started watching them. I was actually working for Office Depot, and my friend Mike and I were just like, "Hey, look, someone made machinima of Halo," and we watched it. It was hilarious. And then after 6 seasons, it kind of got stupid, so we stopped. But then after 11 years, they were acquired by Full Screen and then by Otter Media in 2018. Then AT&T bought out their stake in Otter, and basically Rooster Teeth got folded into them and Warner Media. Then Warner Media merged with Discovery in 2022, so now Warner Brothers Discovery owned Rooster Teeth. And then in last year, Warner Brothers Discovery was like, we don't want Rooster Teeth anymore. They're ceasing all operations. And then here comes Viz Media to sweep in and rescue the licenses. And now Bernie Burns and his own company, Box Canyon Productions, which is named after something that was in Halo, or sorry, Red versus Blue, buys it all back except for Ruby. So yeah, it got ping-ponged around a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, during that time being ping-ponged, I'm more like I grew up watching Rooster Teeth around when I was in high school. I remember some of the stuff, and it's like Ruby came out, and it's like, man, the golden era is way behind you guys. I hope for your best for your new endeavors, but y'all better start swinging for the fences because there's too much content out there that you're competing with, and a lot of them are just straight up too good to give up.
I mean,
honestly, I don't know if they can, because here's the thing. Like, almost put a Joe Biden there. Look, here's the deal. So basically, what happens with companies like this is they start off edgy, great humor, excellent comedy. Then they get something called popularity. And then when they become popular, all of a sudden they kind of get this attitude like, yeah, we're good. We know we're putting out good stuff. Let's just put out whatever we want, and just people will eat it up. I've seen it time and time again. You've seen it with The Simpsons. Like, how good is The Simpsons, for the first 8 seasons versus afterwards? Look at what happened to Family Guy. Season 4, they got canceled by Fox for being too controversial. They get brought back, and now what happened to them? They're completely watered down. I've watched entire episodes, and I haven't even laughed once. I've seen it with Side Night and Happiness. Side Night and Happiness started off very, very edgy, has some great comedy. Now they're just putting out slop, and you're just not even laughing at it anymore. That's kind of what happened with Epic Mealtime as well. In the beginning, Epic Mealtime,
I felt was more of a trend. It's like after the bit got old, they lost everything. And this is true. It's like after they get bit, like what else you got? Nothing? Like, all right, see ya.
Yeah, and then same thing with Rooster Teeth. It's like with Red versus Blue, first 6 seasons are great, then they decided to take the series into a different direction, which was not funny and just absolutely dumb. I didn't like it. And now they just started cranking out all these other shows. And yes, Ruby was a hit for them, but I couldn't name anything outside of Ruby or Red versus Blue from them, because it's just a whole bunch of bloat. And it kind of got like the attitude of like, hey, we're Rooster Teeth. We can put out whatever we want, and people will eat it up. So,
Yeah. Like,
that's kind of exactly what I'm alluding to. Because it's like I can't recall any new IPs that they've done that wasn't when RVB lost relevance and Ruby, and some of the Monty animated films or animated features, and that was it. And Ruby in itself, its own fan base hates the show. It's pretty much like Miraculous Ladybug / Avatar fan base, where a bunch of children kept talking about the show, blah 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 blah. Just ignore them. But basically, I'll wrap up Ruby for you. Ruby used to have a lot more action. Then it had a drama. Then drama got weird. Then they wrote themselves to plot holes, and then here we are. Is that a good sum up, Will? I'm not even trying to be facetious. Yeah, like it used to have great action. Then it had drama. The drama got weird. Then they wrote those plot holes, and here we are. Do I think it's bad? Come back to me when I watch the prior season and I figure it out. Other than that, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, like I simply stopped after right after volume 6. I know they have like 2 more seasons afterwards, and the current what I remember the end of the current season is like, okay, they're getting back into it and it's a plot and everything else before the whole hiatus and all.
Yeah. It's like I said, the issue is like, so basically, there is some validity to Josh's theory that they, at the peak of what they were, they just settled, and as things went on, they lost a lot of it. Though they got acquired and gained more money, the content itself didn't really reflect the times. I wish for them the best. I hope they get some new ideas, do better. But they should learn from this 20 years of like slogging through it. Wait, actually more like 10 years slogging through, not 20, like, let's say 5 years slogging through, you can't do this anymore because the market for entertainment is insane. There are people on YouTube who have no animation studio that just does insane content, like Goofus animations, to this guy who made a show called Day Job. He's from Australia because his show got kicked off TV, so he just started animating, putting on YouTube and Patreon. There's too many people doing animation at a high quality that you're like, well, you better be able to compete with that, kid. I wish you the best. Because if you don't, then,
Yep. So,
Here's the other thing, though. The popularity thing is only half the problem. The other half of the problem now is society. Like, what flew back in 2003 doesn't fly in 2025 without at least, offending at least someone and getting canceled on 16 different social media platforms. So even if they get it back and it's all this great feel-good stuff like, oh, hey, one of the original co-founders of Rooster Teeth got it back, and now it's under Box Canyon Productions, which means Red versus Blue is coming back, which means all the original humor is coming back. No, it's probably not. It's probably be watered down because they have to be. Otherwise, you're going to make a whole bunch of woke jokes and inclusive humor and just fade into obscurity.
Yeah. Basically, you can't South Park your way to the top. That's one thing, to be honest. But also, yeah, there's some truth to that. The level of humor from like 20 years ago that you can't. Nope, that's not flying.
Sadly, it's dated. It is unfortunately
dated. It's dated. Yeah, you can't. Yep, yeah. So they got to have some good writers or either some good meta humor, or my favorite joke. You just stare blank into this. Unironically, pull a regular show. Again, regular show is funny. I actually like regular show.
Yeah, just go back to that for a second. Have you ever wondered why we're here? I know, staying in an arena with two bases.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just
like I said, I really do wish them the best. I hope everything, but the market is very, 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 very crowded the way it is, and I don't know how. I wish, bro, the market's completely changed and it's crowded. You got people who's like competing who's making content out of pennies. Okay.
Right.
That's when you know. That's when you know. Like, yo, we're serious out here.
I mean, heck, they only I just remember before it got first shut down is that I still remember when they were actually kind of wetting their feet on the VTuber thing. I actually had Lindsay and Barbara having a VTuber models of Ruby and Yang actually talking to some people. I mean, heck, they actually talked to Melody of Shoujo and a couple of other indie VTubers out there as well. So I mean, I remember that was a nice little deal. So if you want to go into that VTuber scene, Rooster Teeth, then we're there. But again,
if they commit to making VTuber content, then they're not really making animation content. They're just making you see what I'm saying? It's like these are the things that they get through. Like, are they going for this? This is a whole internal thing that they figure out. But in general, my good to honest opinion is you guys better figure something out now. My personal opinion, I don't think you needed Ruby to succeed. I think you need a lot more than Ruby to succeed.
Yeah,
you better find someone else. Yeah.
Definitely need another major hitter. Yeah, I feel.
So Matt, let me ask you this: when you said that they can't go into VTuber scene because it's not considered real animation, do you just low key admit that when a VTuber moves on screen, it's not considered real animation?
Not in 2D. Not in 2D. Not in 2D. Yeah. In 3D, yes, but 2D, nope. Doobie moves in 3D, but no one else does, and I'll defend that till I die. Just kidding. God.
Mama.
All right, we weren't kidding when we said that it wasn't going to be a long podcast because that's it. That's all we got for you this month.
The only other thing that's pretty much you brought up, Josh, apparently a new anime was announced. The guy she was not interested in wasn't a guy at all. That anime got manga got an anime.
That manga got an anime. That series is great. I would recommend it. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, you can find the review of the first 2 volumes on the Outerhaven.
Yeah, and written.
Yeah, and pretty much, and aside from other news as well, Bofuri, the light novel, will be ending its 8-year novelization. It will be ending soon. So that's the other major news that's happening. So aside from my just starting Bofuri, I didn't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense points. It is ending its 8-year light novel novelization from the author. So that's another series being done.
Well, thank God I'm reading the manga, which is still ongoing.
And aside from that, pretty much it. But again, there was one more news that's kind of taken over the end, which is concerning Dragon Ball Daima. But again, Josh doesn't care about Dragon Ball, and I'm not sure about you, Matt. But apparently, everyone's.
I've outgrown Dragon Ball, but I still keep up with it because my brother talks about it, and I have to. Cue card. Love My Brother. Is that correct? Yeah, Love My Brother. There we go.
And yeah, I guess like I will just talk briefly. Yeah, if you haven't seen the recent Dragon Ball Daima episode, they're bringing back Super Saiyan Goku 4 GT version back.
Yeah,
And
I've heard the news about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Toriyama's not alive, so I guess they could just violate his will. That's all I gotta say.
I'm not sure if that was violating his will or that was Toriyama.
I mean, he's not around, so that's all. That's the point I'm making. He's not around, so I guess I can do it.
See, I don't care about Dragon Ball because I am an actual anime fan and I don't believe in watching anime that's too mainstream. Oh, look, a new episode of Solo Leveling is out. I got to get this.
But the last episode was pretty awesome. I'll admit for Solo Leveling, that was an amazing episode. But yeah, apparently of course, naturally the Dragon Ball fandom as it is, like, oh, is gonna bring GT back into canon, all that yada yada yada. I mean, look, I had no problem with GT when I was growing up. But like when now seeing it back revitalized here in the modern age, GT Goku Super Saiyan 4, it's gonna be interesting. So I mean, I have no solid bets on either one. So if you want to if this was indeed Toriyama's last touch, and yeah, he did want to bring back Super Saiyan 4 Goku GT into the series once again, then okay, fine, that's your will. But if it's not Toriyama's will, then okay, I wonder what the heck they're doing. As you said, Matt.
That's pretty much my joke. Is like you waited till he passed. I guess all right, we're all cool with it now. I'm not excited to see it because I think GT is like one of the worst things ever. But you know what? Who am I to say? So I'm like, I stopped watching because of it, and I'm not even joking. So like it was like wow, I'm out. But so if the kids you want red hair, orange 8-man to go 8 mode. I guess it's, give the kids what they want. That's what's popping in the streets. 8-man.
All right. That being said, I guess it's time to wrap up a short episode on a short month. So with that, we got recommendations for the month of February. What you got for us, Will?
Let's see. Aside from things that have not been shifted to my house yet, there really is nothing much on the manga side of things. I'm still waiting for my next copy of Monster Musume Volume 818, but that's not coming out until May. We're going to other mangas and things of sorts. It's kind of going dry, if anything else. So I got nothing. I pretty much got nothing. I'm just playing video games at the moment right now. I'm just waiting for my the new Yakuza game. Hang on, just popping up.
Like a pirate. Yeah.
Yep. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii with Goro Majima. And also, if you want to, FYI, please buy that game because it also has both K-Song and Kahu Shibuya in that game as well. So if you want to support any VTubers and also streamers out there, by all means, definitely buy this game. It's very nice. And again, if you like a good, solid pirate game, then get this game. When I'm looking at you, Ubisoft, since Black Flag, please. So
man, please.
God. So buy the like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza. If anything else, that's a good thing. But manga wise, at the moment right now, it's dry. It's a dry moment.
Oh, for you, I actually have 2 series to recommend this month, but I'll let you go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, and the only manga I'm recommending is because I actually took a break from buying manga because I had to finish my stack. I had to finish my Tokyo Revenger stack. I have to finish my 4 volumes of Blue Exorcist and my 7 volumes of Hunter x Hunter. I haven't even got JoJo Volume 8, and I still have a bunch of indie books I supported. I just finished House of Lothar, but that's not a manga, that's a comic. But I did finish Volume 3 of Initial D. I am now labeling the arcs by the mountain. The Akina arc is really good at the end of it because you finally go against the Red Suns. The Usui arc is godlike. It's a good romance series, and it actually shows you what happens if you get inside your head too much. Because Itsunaki got into his head so much that he just gave up a chance to go out with a girl because he was too scared of like knowing that this girl had a crush on someone else. And it's like, wow, this girl was going to, for all intents and purposes, let you slay, and you drop that. Man, you got into your head. That's how you do it. That's how you blow it. That's how you blow it. That's how you blow it, my friend. Seriously, if a girl is willing to do the deed for you for Valentine's Day before, just take it. Don't overthink it, my brothers in Christ. Just take it. The more you overthink it, the more a loser you become. And I stand by that. But
we already have too many losing heroines. We don't need too many losing heroes. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, God. But yeah, it's really good though. Yeah, I have to get the fourth omnibus soon, but again, I'm on a freeze until I finish my current stack, so I can start buying new stuff. That is where I'm at. So initial D volume 3 is the way to go.
Well,
The omnibus
unfortunately for
collection.
me, I just keep adding to my stack and I keep just buying new series. So,
Oh my
um,
god.
glad I actually got a couple of these. The first one, this one was actually provided by Viz. It's Mujina Into the Deep, which is Inio Asano's newest series. And of course,
Ooh.
anyone who knows me knows that Inio Asano is my favorite manga author. So there's no way in hell I was passing this one up. This one so far, it has a typical nitty gritty, dark slice of life flair to it, but the plot not as good, I would say, as Dead Dead Demons or Goodnight Pun Pun. But it is about society where you have like these identification cards and they basically assign you value as a human being. And if you don't have an identification card, or if you're over the age of 75, you're just regarded as worthless. And they even actually put their old people into little concentration camps so they can be together and die together. It's pretty cool. But if you're younger than that, you don't have a identification card, then you're known as a Mujina. And of course, they don't want to get caught, so they take to the rooftops of a major city, and that's where they basically hang out and they live and become assassins. And yeah, that's basically Mujina Into the Deep.
Interesting.
And of course, the other one I have to recommend, and this is going to be no shock to anybody who knows me, it is Little Mega Man, or Rockman-chan in Japanese.
Oh?
This one from Udon Entertainment surprised me. I thought it was just going to be like, from the name, like chibi versions of Mega Man and stuff. No, this completely took the entire Mega Man universe, the lore, the mythos, and put an adult spin on it. It was hilarious. Like, imagine, like in the original games, the storyline is that Dr. Wily and Dr. Light worked together. And Dr. Wily turned on Dr. Light because Dr. Light took all the credit for building the robots. Dr. Wily got pissed, so he stole them, reprogrammed them, and tried to get revenge on Dr. Light. That is the original story. In Little Mega Man, this goes back to their college days, where I guess Dr. Light was the professor's pet, and he actually convinced the professor to take over teaching the class. And when he did all these group assignments and divided the class into 6 boys and 7 girls. Dr. Light would partner up with all the girls, leaving the boys to a sausage fest. So basically, Dr. Wily got pissed at Dr. Light for cock blocking him. And also, Rush keeps breaking down, so instead of actually fixing Rush, he slaps a helmet on a regular dog, calls him Organic Rush, who's completely useless, and sends him off with Mega Man. Proto Man can only speak in whistles, and his whistles are interpreted as like deep philosophical like quotes and stuff like that. It's absolutely freaking hilarious. There's also a robot called Comfy Chairman, where when you sit on him, he gets a little too amorous and enjoys it a little bit too much. And if you try and get out of the chair, he basically chases you. Yes, this is what they did to Mega Man, and I absolutely love it. I never laughed at a manga so much in my life. It was like nonstop laughs. It took me almost 3 hours to actually read the manga because I had to keep stopping and laughing at the jokes. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, those are my recommendations. So that being said, Mental Gen, what are your final thoughts for this month?
Let's see. As we head into March, okay, hopefully one being the weather warming up. I mean, unless you're in Florida, and two, I don't know. Like we are approaching the release of Monster Hunter Wilds, so if you're gonna see a whole lot of Monster Hunter streams that's happening in the VTuber world, yeah, that's happening. So yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, and of course, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Definitive Edition, some couple of games that's coming releasing out. So yeah, games gonna be coming, and yeah, as the usual, no, don't be a jerk. Stay kind, and let's try to get through these next year's or next month, shall we?
All right, Matt, what's your final thoughts?
My final thought is so as myself playing Marvel Rivals, I'm gonna let you guys know. Could everybody and their grandmas just stop picking 4 DPS and then going 0-20 and then asking for heals? You're 0-20, no matter heals any how bad you are, okay?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So that's one. Two, never say never ever trash talk a support player, then get owned, then proceed to go into a crash out, because that only shows not only how bad you are, it shows how bad everyone else is on your team. And I'm referring to this as a final thought because the other night I decided to play some ranked, and I played Mantis, and I killed this. What's this guy called? Bucky the Buckingham, right? Bucky the Buckingham got me the first time. He says, "What did we learn?" So I slept and killed him second time. Every time on site, I just slept and killed him. I even slept him, walked away, and let my Mr. Fantastic kill him. He had a crash out. And then all I said was, what I learned is that your luck finally ran out. That's all I have to say. Your luck ran out. Because if you were good, you would have killed me X amount of times, but you didn't. That's all. And the thing is, it's probably a bad idea too, to make your entire strategy chasing down the one support who's killing your friends. Maybe you should, I don't know, kill the other team members that are hurting you. It's clobbering time. That's all I got to say.
That requires logic.
Yeah, I know. That's
Have you seen the human race?
Have you seen the human race? Exactly. Yeah.
Sadly, yes.
Sadly, yes. Yeah. But my final thoughts are unironically: stop instant locking DPS that you're bad with and throwing games in competitive. It actually pisses me off. 2, and a very serious note: if you haven't already, please support buying manga. There's tons in print. Always buy manga. I will probably talk about this later, but I'm thinking about switching my manga purchaser from Crunchyroll to someone else. I don't think I have any books from them anymore. I'm not a fan of them being late, charging for shipping, and sometimes the books are damaged. That's it.
I just go from Amazon, so there you go.
Yeah. I used to do Amazon, but Amazon's kind of expensive, so I'm thinking of going somewhere else. But it is fair. Yeah, because I gotta buy Gunsmith Cat Girls because they finally Gunsmith Cats, because Gunsmith Cats got reprinted by Dark Horse, and I missed the first Omnibus. They got Omnibus 2, so I gotta get on that. So that's what I gotta do.
Nice. I still have the Kickstarter Blu-ray DVD I have with them. Nice.
Yeah, good times. But yeah, those are my final thoughts. Please purchase manga. If you haven't already, hit me up to how to buy better manga from other websites. And please don't instant lock 4 DPS. Please don't.
Speaking of buying manga, those are my final thoughts, because you would think I would be happy that 13 of the 64 series I'm currently reading right now are ending this year. But I kind of replaced 13 of them with 10 new series, and I'm picking up 6 more in the next 3 months. So I'm doing my part in buying some manga. But my final thoughts is, please help me.
Sponsor us, please. Any sponsorship out there from guys? Got to shift up all that.
I'm still waiting for Liquid Death to sponsor, man. That's the only sponsorship I need. I need Liquid Death.
Oh God, thank you. That's my next final thought. Sweet Reaper is amazing.
Best flavor they made so far.
I saw they have a green tea. I have to try that one next.
They do. It was good.
It's good. Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna pick that up in my next Liquid Death run. But yeah, I finished my case of Sweet Reaper. Now I'm working on my Dead Billionaire one. But oh my God, if you're not drinking Liquid Death, what the hell are you doing with your life? Get out there. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. It's just iced tea. It's just mountain water. It's just sparkling water. And it's good for you. It's actually healthy.
Unironically, yeah. The fact that Sweet Reaper tastes that good with 4 grams of sugar is crazy. Crazy.
Yep. I don't know what they're doing. They're putting some sciencey shit in there, but I don't care. It tastes good, and if I turn into a mutant, I'll do that happily because it's delicious. All right, so with that being said, and before I start growing tentacles out of my Sweet Reaper ass, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to us once again this month. We'll be back next month, hopefully with more stuff, which means anime industry, we need you to step up your game. We need shit to talk about. So please get on that for us. For Matt, for Will, I'm JJ Piedra saying Godspeed to all you out there in Radio Land. Peace.
Bye.